Hi everyone. Just another little video today because it's been another relatively uneventful day. The snow's receded quite a lot, most of it's melted. And unfortunately, this house is still freezing cold, so that's one of the reasons why I'm lying on the bed again, is because I'm wrapped in blankets with the cat here. Because it's just very cold, so trying to stay as warm as I can. And yeah, today's been an okay day. It's been another one of those days where it's very difficult to drive myself to do much, I mean, to be fair, a massive reason why I haven't picked up my guitar today, which I'd actually quite like to do, is simply because my fingers are so cold that I can barely feel them. And I've tried pushing through that and picking up the guitar anyway, and in my experience, it only leads to frustration and disappointment because my fingers can't do the things that they usually can do when they're warm. I know some people might say, oh, you just need to warm up first, but I do. It doesn't help. I'll do a full warm up on the guitar and then start trying to play other things and still have the same problem. So, I mean, sometimes I do it anyway, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it today, and the day's nearly over anyway. So maybe I will before I go to bed. But I'm not going to put any pressure on myself because that's just going to wind up, causing the voices in my head, the bad brain, to act up and be like, oh, why aren't you doing well enough or whatever, And if I try and force myself to do something, then I just find that I get overwhelmed by those negative, intrusive thoughts. So I realize that there comes a point where I guess you kind of have to force yourself to do certain things, but I don't see a point in forcing oneself to do something that you almost certainly know is only going to reinforce negative thought patterns, I mean, the way that I want to try and make better use of my days is to have some kind of a system where I do at least 20 minutes of each thing I want to get better at a day. So like guitar, writing, drawing, creative skills in general. Try and spend like 20 minutes on each of those things a day, which it doesn't sound like much. It sounds perfectly achievable, but pushing myself to actually do that, especially when it's so frigging cold right now, and I'm English. I'm used to the cold. I like my my family here are Italian, and my wife and her family, they often struggle with the cold, and typically I can walk around in shorts and a t-shirt when everyone else is shivering. But I don't know. Lately, I've just been finding the cold harder to deal with, and it's frustrating because I just I want to be able to get on with things. But I mean, it's February now. It's I think next month should be when things start to warm up a bit, so that'll be nice. And yeah, I guess I'm just sort of trying to make the days not hurt at the moment, and try and make use of them when I can, when my body and my brain allow me to. That's the other thing, for all of the things that some people might say about, oh, you just have to push yourself, or like, oh, you just have to compartmentalize and stuff like that. there are things that I deal with every day that, as I've said previously, things I don't talk about, that to compartmentalize those it's just not feasible, because I mean, that's the thing about intrusive thoughts. You can't compartmentalize them because they're intrusive. You can try and ignore them, but they're not going to go away. And yeah, a lot of the things that I struggle with on a daily basis are things that they're not going to go away easily, and I can't just ignore them, because I've tried that and it only makes things worse. So, but anyway, yeah, as on the whole, today hasn't been too bad. It's just been cold. And I'm hoping that, yeah, soon things will start to warm up and I can finally start to feel my fingers and my toes again. And yeah, if that's the case, then hopefully I can get a bit more motivated and a bit more energized. Anyway, this has gone on quite a while, so I'll call it for today here. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a good day. And Siffy's fast asleep, as you can see. She really seems to enjoy chilling with me, which is always pleasant. One of the nice things about having a cat is always having that little companion. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. So, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night.